What's up, guys? Welcome to Mike It Yourself. We've got issues today that we need to address. So let me show you what's going on right now. So I've got 16-inch Ape Hangers on the Fatboy, and they look great. I'm probably going to switch these bars out at some point, but they're just not as comfortable for longer distance rides. And because of the length of the bar, and this is something that's plagued Ape Hanger owners forever, is you get more leverage when there's any kind of pressure applied to the bars. So if you're trying to pull your bike, maybe you made a bad mistake and you're kind of at a downhill and you're trying to pull your bike back, and as you pull it, the bars go back and then the bars go forward. So I've tried to correct this problem, and I'll show you what I did in the past, but we're going to try something new and different, and hopefully we get a better outcome from this new way of doing it versus what I've tried in the past. All right, so as I get started here, what I like to do is secure my bars in the upward position, so that way once I loosen up the clamp there, the bars don't fall forward or back or whatever and end up dinging my fender or my tank. So I am going to put a cover over the tank just to help protect it, just in case, because I will be working over it. Same thing with the fender. Again, just avoid making yourself angry later on by doing simple little things like that. And then the way I've got this kind of strap, so I just use a bungee cord there, and then I've got a tow strap kind of going up to 2 racks across my garage, so that way it'll keep it stabilized, right? So it's not super tied down or anything crazy. The bars don't weigh that much, so you don't need a whole lot of force to just keep it balanced. So just the thing to, save yourself a little bit of heartache. Take 2 minutes to get that rigged up, and that way you don't have to worry about dinging your tank or your fender or anything like that. All right, guys. So just like I show you things that I do because I've learned a lesson or something, here's one that I want to bring to y'all's attention. Is I just had a moment as I undid my clamp. So usually I use a strap across there. I don't typically use a bungee cord. This time I just used a bungee cord, thinking, what's the difference? Well, the difference is bungee cords stretch. So as soon as that weight was relieved from that clamp, that thing dropped down pretty damn fast on me because I didn't have any hands on it. And, had I not had at least a little bit of tension on it in place, it would have smacked down on my tank. So I got lucky in this instance. So word to the wise, don't use a bungee cord. It will stretch. And if you do, make sure you put a lot of pressure on it. But you got to be careful because you don't want it going the opposite direction either. You don't want to relieve the clamp and have that sucker, rocket up into the sky on you or anything like that. So, hey, there you go. Real deal stuff. All right, so now that I got the bars kind of stabilized a little bit better, let me show you what I've done in the past to try to fix my problem here. So bars, they come with this little like grating on them. I think it's called knurl. And sometimes it works great. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends all on the clamp you have, the mounting surface, all that kind of stuff. So there's a couple of factors involved here. So you'll hear people talk about using the sandpaper method as one thing, or they'll kind of scuff up the inner portion of their riser bar and the clamp. And so I've done that. And then instead of sandpaper, what I used was grip tape. So kind of like the same stuff you would find on a skateboard deck or stairs to avoid anybody getting hurt or something like that. So I put that in here, and as you saw, it's been ineffective, right? So I've got to now remove this stuff out. And what I'm going to replace this with is another recommendation that I found online, and that is galvanized hanger strap. So this is, some like sheet metal type tape or whatever. See if I can get it to, there you go. So you just cut a little bit and basically kind of acts, I don't know about a shim, not so much like a shim, but rather just a way to put added pressure in there. It's a rough surface, and it'll add more friction. So hopefully it'll add enough friction to stop allowing or prevent the bars from moving. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get this cleaned out first, and then we'll come back with the tape. All right, so I've got that old stuff out of there, and I've got the roll of the hanger tape or whatever the hell you'd call this. So now I'm just going to kind of measure this out, use some tin snips to cut the right length, and then we'll lay it in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try just doing the lower half first, and then putting it together. We'll see how it goes, if that holds it. If not, then we'll do the lower and the upper, or I may just put like a ring around the bar. But I'd like to avoid covering this up just because that's kind of the benny of these being, you know, graded like that. So let's try the bottom first, and let's see what we get. All right, so I got that lower portion done, and now I'm going to test it. So what I did is I just put some pinstripe tape across the clamp and the bar to see if there's any movement. So we're going to try it out right now. It felt pretty solid as I was putting it together, but let's see. Okay, so that was a fail. It looks like we're going to have to do the upper clamp as well. So that'll take us just a couple of minutes to do, but yeah, we just want to get it done right and hopefully not have to do this again. So let me go ahead and take off that upper clamp. We'll get 2 more pieces in there, and or actually I might just do a little quick wrap around the diameter of the bar. So I'm just making the bar actually thicker, and then putting the clamp on, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I got the upper clamp off, took the bottom off, got those 2 little pieces that I had just on the lower side out, and went ahead and wrapped the bar itself, that knurled part of the bar. I wrapped that with the that hanging strap and put it all back together. And now that I've got tape on there, I can go ahead and see if this thing will move. So let's give it a shot. It's not budging. That's cool. So it looks like that is a good solid fix for moving bars. So, you know, I've never tried it before, so this is the first time I didn't know what to expect, and so that's a win. So if you're having problems with your ape hangers moving around on you, like when you go to move your bike around or whatever, you're kind of pulling it and they slide back a little or whatever, and you've tried some of these other solutions that are out there, give this hanging strap solution a try. And it looks like for mine, I just did 1 little layer around it. So I didn't like wrap it around like it was a bunch of tape. So just 1 little, you know, wrap on it. So it met end to end when it came across. Put it back together. Clamp down your upper bolts first. So you want to tighten these ones down all the way. And then you do your rear ones. And that way you kind of get this like levered pinch action going on. So it's going to like really clamp down a little bit better. And yeah, that worked. So very cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, become a subscriber. If you don't want to miss out on the next video, hit the notification bell. And that way you get the notification as soon as the next video comes out. And until then, I hope to see you in the wind.